All right, let's talk about the Green Bay Packers, fresh off a dominating victory over the Arizona Cardinals. This Packers team has finally emerged into the top flight contender that we all thought they would be coming into the season. And a big reason why is, of course, a now healthy Jordan Love at quarterback. And look, it's not just us saying that. The competition has just come out with some incredible praise for Jordan Love, even putting him ahead of prior MVP candidates. This is great news for the Packers. First, I'm Nick, and this is Saturday Morning Inspection. All right, so the Green Bay Packers, like I said, coming off a big victory, but they're preparing for a massive matchup next weekend against the Houston Texans, one of the best teams in football. They've got a young quarterback in their own right, talented offense, great young coaching staff, phenomenal defense, and leading that team, of course, is head man D'Amico Ryans, formerly a great linebacker in the National Football League. Now, the Texans have played a lot of exciting young quarterbacks so far this season. They've played Anthony Richardson, they played Trevor Lawrence, they just had their chops against Drake May, the rookie for the New England Patriots, but they also played quarterback Josh Allen, who we all know for the Buffalo Bills is one of the best in the National Football League and has been for a very long time. That's what makes D'Amico Ryans' most recent comments very interesting. Let's pull it up here. This is a tweet courtesy of Will Kunkel at Will Kunkel Fox. This is quoting D'Amico Ryans. Jordan Love will be the best quarterback we faced this year. Again, that is incredible praise. We're talking about a team that has faced Josh Allen, right? We're talking about D'Amico Ryans as a defensive guy. He knows football. He's not just saying this. He's not some pundit saying this. He's not you or I right now on YouTube saying this. This is former All-Pro linebacker, former great defensive coordinator, and current great head coach for one of the best teams in football, Houston Texans, coming out and saying, number 10 for the Green Bay Packers, he's the best quarterback they faced all year. He is better than Josh Allen. That is high praise, and obviously great sign for the Packers both this week, the rest of the year, and for the future as well. Miles, I'm curious what your thoughts are on this, but first, Packers fans in the comment section below. Obviously, high praise coming from D'Amico Ryans ahead of the Texans matchup, but you got to come up with the victory if you're Green Bay. Let us know your prediction, final score, Packers versus Texans. How the heck is this game going to shake out? Let us know in the comment section below. Give us your final score prediction. But Miles, what are your thoughts on this latest news involving the Packers and Jordan Love?
Yeah, Nate, I think, it really is quite interesting. And I think maybe what D'Amico Ryans is trying to say here is that Jordan Love is a guy that can attack this Texans defense better than anyone they have had this season. Because you look at the stats, I think Jordan Love is a better passer of the football this season than Josh Allen has been. Josh Allen might be a little bit cleaner. Jordan Love, 1,131 yards, 12 touchdowns this season. Josh Allen's 940 yards, 8 touchdowns this season. Josh Allen obviously he's got a little bit more, of rushing prowess on him. But I think Jordan Love has done pretty good in his own right at times. But Josh Allen definitely has a leg up on him in, the scrambling rushing department. But I think Jordan Love has really grown and developed, and he's had ups and downs. He's had games where his best receivers haven't been in the game multiple times this year, and he's done so good this season. He's played phenomenal, I think, despite everything that's been against him. Really, the only game that he had a couple of miscues is against Minnesota with the 3 interceptions, but he also had almost 400 passing yards and 4 touchdowns in that game as well. So I just think overall, Jordan Love is going to be a guy who can come out and aggressively attack this Texans team, and he's going to be better than Josh Allen when they played that Buffalo Bills team. So I think what D'Amico Ryans is saying here is definitely true. I think this is a bigger threat to their team than Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills pose to the Texans. I think Jordan Love is a guy who can go out there and do some really interesting things with the football to this Texan squad, and I think they got their work cut out for them when they come up and face them this weekend.
I think you've hit on a lot of interesting points there. I think the big thing is that there are certain quarterbacks in the National Football League. Josh Allen certainly is one of them. You look at Patrick Mahomes, has certainly been that way for a very long time. Aaron Rodgers was obviously this way too, where it doesn't matter what the defense does. It doesn't matter what great scheme you come up with. It doesn't matter how good your pass rush is. It doesn't matter how well you cover. The quarterback can just make unbelievable plays, unbelievable throws that just break apart the entire system. I believe it was Dan Marino who once said, a perfect throw beats perfect defense every single time. Jordan Love is one of those few guys. And so far this season, even coming off an injury, he's proven to be that kind of player. Obviously, there's been some inconsistencies. You brought up the Vikings game. Look, anytime you're coming off an injury like that, fighting back in a playing time after missing some time, especially early in the season while you're trying to get a rhythm, there's going to be ups and downs. But when you watch him play and just the sheer incredible athletic prowess he has, plus the accuracy, all in the context of that LaFleur offense, it's an incredible thing to watch. And I think this is why DeMeco Ryans is very, very concerned. And frankly, every defensive coach is very concerned because there's always the risk that if Jordan Love is on, right, if he doesn't have any of those inconsistencies, then you're done. You're going to lose the game. It's over. It doesn't matter how great of a game plan you have. It doesn't matter how good of how talented of a team. If Jordan Love is playing high level football, you will lose. And there are only maybe 2 or 3 quarterbacks in the NFL that can take that claim, right? You look at a Mahomes, for example. Aaron Rodgers, of course, was a very similar kind of dynamic where it doesn't matter how talented you are, doesn't matter what a great strategy you've got. If that guy behind center on the other side is dealing that day, you're going to go down. And Jordan Love is proving it this season that he can be that guy. I look at the Vikings game, honestly, as an indication of he may be even better than a lot of people in the media give him credit for because he was just god awful terrible to start that game. But when that switch flipped, this is the Vikings, right? Coach Flores, your defensive coordinator, great defensive mind. They've been an incredible team this year, mainly because of him, to be totally honest. And he started shredding them like it was nothing. Now, look, they fell behind too much late and they weren't able to come back. Of course, it was a disappointing defeat. But I tell you what, watching that second half, watching that comeback, it was like watching just something magical with Jordan Love. And we've seen this at times. We look at the playoffs last year, down the stretch last year. There's been moments so far this year. I think right now the Houston Texans are looking at Jordan Love in this offense and they're saying he's just getting better and better. And if he's consistently dealing, there is nothing you can do defensively. And that's why they're so concerned about him.
Yeah, Nick, and one final point I think that's kind of interesting. Everyone likes to throw these kind of things out there, but this season it's been true. Jordan Love at home has been pretty dominant. 4 touchdown passes in each of the 2 games they've had at home this year against Minnesota and Arizona. Then the Texans have to come face them at Green Bay as well. Is there some magic in that stadium with the crowd behind them? Is Jordan Love that kind of spotlight type of player who puts on a big show at home? Could be. It seems like that way out of the sample size this season, done better at home than he has on the road. So that could be another factor of why they may fear coming in to play Jordan Love, because this is a guy, when you get him on his home field so far this season, he's done some really spectacular type of stuff.